Welcome to all of you Shiksha 360, and in our today's session basically we will discuss regarding the priority sector lending. Clear, as basically all of you know that basically priority sector lending, clear, PSL, is very important, clear, for our examination point of view. Either you are preparing for the ABM, BFM or retail, clear, in each of the subject, clear, basically we can say that in every subject basically one or two questions basically will be asked in the examination, basically based on the priority sector lending, clear, basically based on the priority sector lending. And all these questions are basically very straightforward questions, clear, all the questions are straightforward questions. So now let's discuss basically some of the questions regarding that, clear, and I will provide you the circular also, clear. After the session I will provide you the circular also in the group of the priority sector lending, clear. So let's start our discussion, and I request to all of you, please participate, clear, please participate in the discussion. So let's start priority sector lending MCQ discussion. So the first question on your screens now, question number 1, what it says that which one of the following categories does not come under the priority sector, clear. The first question basically tells that basically they want to ask basically which of the following categories does not come under the priority sector. First one is the export credit, second one is the social infrastructure, third one is the project finance, D option is renewable energy. So please tell fast which one of the following does not comes under the priority sector, clear. Basically total there are 8 sectors, clear, basically total there are 8 sectors which comes under the priority sector, clear. So out of that basically project finance, it is the only sector which does not comes under the priority sector. So C is the answer, clear. Here C is the answer, clear. C basically project finance basically does not comes under the priority sector, clear. Here the question does not come, so project finance basically does not comes under the priority sector, clear. So now let's discuss basically which of the following sector comes under the priority sector. So the categories under priority sectors are as follows. So you have to remember that agriculture under priority sector, next one is MSME under the priority sector, export credit under the priority sector, education, housing, social infrastructure, renewable energy and others, clear, others. All these things are basically comes under the priority sector, and in our question basically they have given that project finance, clear, project finance does not comes under the priority sector. Hope this question is clear to all of you. If you have any doubt and query, then you can ask, and I request to all of you, please participate, clear, please participate, only then it helps us to understand more, clear, please participate. Now move to the next question. Question number 2, foreign banks with the 20 branches and above, clear, basically foreign banks with the 20 branches and above have to achieve the total priority sector, clear, basically foreign banks with the 20 branches and above have to achieve the priority total priority sector target by, first is 31st March 2020, second is 31st March 2019, third one here is to basically 31st March 2018, fourth one is 31st March 2022, clear. The answer here is to basically 31st March 2018, clear, 31st March 2018, clear, to achieve the total priority sector by 31st March 2018, clear. Now move to the next question. Question number 3. Which of the following is not the subcategory under agriculture in the priority sector lending, clear. So please tell fast which one of the following is not the subcategory under the agriculture in priority sector lending. First one is the farm credit, second one is the agriculture infrastructure, third one is the ancillary activities, fourth one is the storehouse infrastructure, clear. Fourth one is the storehouse infrastructure, clear. Basically this is also one of the previous year question, clear. This is also one of the previous year question in retail, clear. So basically there are 3 subcategories, clear, under the agriculture in the priority sector. First one is the farm credit, second one is the agricultural infrastructure, third one is the ancillary activities, clear. The option number D is storehouse infrastructure, clear. This is not under the agriculture, clear, this is not under the agriculture. So option number D is the answer here, clear, storehouse infrastructure. I think all of you are aware regarding all these things, clear, because all these things are basically comes under basically your daily banking, clear. Sometimes they will ask basically which comes under the priority sector lending, clear. So basically option number D, storehouse infrastructure. Clear? Storehouse infrastructure does not come under the agriculture in the priority sector lending. Clear? So option number D is the answer here. Now move to the question number 4. So banks loan up to dash much amount. Clear? Up to dash much amount. Banks loan up to dash amount. MSME are eligible for classification under the priority sector. Clear? For classification under the priority sector. Clear? How much is the amount? Please tell fast. Banks loan up to dash MSME are eligible for classification under the priority sector. Clear? As such, there are new limits are defined. Clear? Basically, there are new limits are defined under the MSME. Clear? There are new limits are defined under the MSME. First of all, we will discuss that. Clear? Micro, small, and medium. Clear? Manufacturing and services. Clear? Investment is less than 1 crore. Turnover is investment, we can say that up to 1 crore and turnover is 5 crore. Small is basically investment up to 10 crore and turnover is 50 crore. Clear? Basically multiply by 5. Clear? To get the turnover, basically we have to multiply the investment by 5. Clear? So here is to be multiplied by 5. Investment is 10 crore, turnover is 50 crore. Here we have to do basically, if the investment is 20 crore, then the turnover basically we have to multiply this one. Clear? I think there is some issue in that. Here investment is up to, I think, 50 crore. So I think please clarify that either it is to be 50 or 20. Clear? The turnover is to be 250 crore. Clear? The turnover is to be 250 crore. Clear? So as such, there is not any limit. Clear? As such, there is not any fixed limit. Clear? Not any fixed limit. Yes, this is 50 crore. Clear? Investment is 50 crore. Then the turnover is to be 250 crore. Clear? Basically, we have to multiply it by 5. Clear? Basically, we have to multiply it by 5. Clear? So now basically move to the question. So banks loan up to dash much amount. MSME are eligible for classification under the priority sector. Clear? Basically for the priority sector. Clear? As such, there is no limit. Clear? As such, there is no limit for the MSME. Clear? As such, there is no limit for the MSME as per the given options. Clear? So basically we will go with the option number D. Clear? No limit. So now move to the next question is, so what is the applicable limit? Clear? What is the applicable limit for social infrastructure? This is the previous year ABM question. Clear? So what is the applicable limit for social infrastructure for loans under the priority sector? Clear? Basically for the loans under the priority sector. Clear? 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore, 1 crore. Clear? So let's discuss first of all, basically for under the priority sector. Clear? For the social infrastructure. Clear? Basically social infrastructure. So the correct answer is to be option number B, that is 5 crore. Clear? Basically option number B, that is 5 crore. Clear? Basically if they are asking for the health facilities. Clear? Under the social infrastructure, if they specifically mention the health facilities, then we will go with the option number C, that is 10 crore. For health facilities, it is to be 10 crore, or generally it is to be 5 crore. Clear? Or generally it is to be 5 crore. Clear? So you have to remember all these things. Let's discuss. So banks loans up to a limit of rupees 5 crore per borrower. Clear? Banks loan up to a limit of rupees 5 crore per borrower for setting up schools, drinking water facilities, and sanitation facilities. Sanitation facilities, basically what it includes: construction and refurbishment of household toilets and water improvements at household level. Clear? So basically all these comes, basically we can say that social infrastructure. Clear? Social infrastructure. And if they specifically mention the healthcare facilities. Clear? So loans up to a limit of rupees 10 crore per borrower for building healthcare facilities, including under the Ayushman Bharat, in tier 2 to tier 6 centers. Clear? In tier 2 to tier 6 centers. Clear? In case of UCBs, the above limits are applicable only in centers having a population of less than 1 lakh. Clear? Having a population of less than 1 lakh. Clear? So basically you have to just remember. Clear? For the health facilities. Clear? Basically for the healthcare facilities, this limit is to be 10 crore per borrower. And for basically we can say that for setting up schools, drinking water facilities, sanitation facilities, including construction, refurbishment of household toilets and water improvements at household level, it is to be limit of 5 crore per borrower. Clear? 5 crore per borrower. So here the correct answer is to be basically rupees 5 crore. Clear? For social infrastructure, we can say that like for schools, toilets, clear, like this one. And if they mention specifically health facilities, then we will go with the option number C, that is 10 crore. Now move to the next question, question number 6, very, very important. This year, basically, this question they have asked in the BFM in 2021. And same question in the retail 2020. Clear? So what is the applicable limit for renewable energy loans under the priority sector? Clear? What is the applicable limit for the renewable energy loans under the priority sector? First one is 5 crore, second one is 18 crore, third one is 30 crore, fourth one is 25 crore. Clear? So correct answer is 30 crore. Clear? Correct answer is 30 crore. Clear? So what are the meaning of that? What is the renewable energy loans? Clear? So let's discuss regarding that. So banks loans up to a limit of rupees 30 crore to borrowers, basically for purposes. Clear? Basically for what purposes? Like solar based power generators, biomass based power generators, windmills, micro hydel plants, and for non-conventional energy based public utilities. Example like street lighting system and a remote village electrification, etc. Clear? Will be eligible for priority sector classification. Clear? All these things basically comes under the priority sector classification. Clear? Like banks loans up to a limit of 30 crore to borrowers, basically for the purpose of solar based power generators, biomass based power generators, windmills, micro hydel plants, and for non-conventional. Clear? Basically under the renewable, basically they have also considered for non-conventional. Clear? This is very, very important. Under the renewable, basically non-conventional are also considered. Energy based power utilities like street lighting system and remote village electrification, etc. Clear? Will be eligible for the priority sector classification. Clear? And for the individual households, clear? Basically for the individual households, the loan limit basically will be rupees 10 lakh per borrower. Clear? The individual household, basically the loan limit will be rupees 10 lakh per borrower. So please tell fast. All these points are clear to all of you or not? Please respond fast. So for the individual household, the loan limit will be rupees 10 lakh per borrower. Clear? 10 lakh per borrower. Clear? So you have to understand what they are asking. Clear? You have to understand basically what they are asking. Clear? That's why I'm request to all of you, please participate. Clear? Please think how you can go with the question. Clear? Next, move to the next point. Next question, question number 7. What is the loan limit for education under the priority sector? Clear? What is the loan limit for education basically under the priority sector? First one is rupees 10 lakh for study in India. B option is rupees 20 lakh for study abroad. Third option is rupees 10 lakh irrespective of sanctioned limit and place of study. Option number D is rupees 20 lakh irrespective of sanction limit and place of study. Clear? So basically, please tell fast what is the correct answer. Yes, many students are giving option number D. Yes, this is the correct answer. So basically, let's discuss. Earlier, this limit is rupees 10 lakh and 20 lakh. Clear? 10 lakh for the Indian and 10 lakh for the study in India and 20 lakh for the study in abroad. Clear? But this limit is changed and now basically it is rupees 20 lakh irrespective of the sanction limit and the place of study. Clear? And the place of study. Clear? Now the overall limit is to be rupees 20 lakh. Clear? So let's discuss. So loans to individuals. Clear? Loans to individuals basically for the educational purposes. Clear? In this also, clear? Basically in this also, basically it includes also vocational courses. Clear? It includes also basically vocational courses. Clear? So you have to remember that basically loans to individuals for educational purposes, including vocational courses, not exceeding 20 lakh. Clear? Not exceeding 20 lakh will be considered as eligible for the priority sector lending. Clear? Basically will be considered as eligible basically for the priority sector lending. So loans currently classified. Clear? Loans currently classified as priority sector will continue till maturity. Clear? Loans currently classified basically under the priority sector will continue under the priority sector till the maturity of the loan. Clear? Basically till the maturity. Clear? So this is the answer, basically 20 lakh. Clear? 20 lakh. Clear? So option number D is the answer here. Now move to the next question, question number 8, 9. Very, very important, and definitely you will get these types of question in your examination. Clear? So what is the loan limit for housing loan in metro centers under the priority sector? Question number 8 is basically under the metro centers limit. And what is the limit for the housing loans in metro center under the priority sector, and what is the limit for housing loan in non-metro centers under the priority sector? Clear? So please tell fast. Under the metro centers, clear, the limit is to be 35 lakh, and under the non-metro center, the limit is to be rupees 25 lakh. Clear? It is to be 25 lakh. Clear? So it depends upon area to area. Clear? It depends upon area to area. So for the metro center, the limit is to be 35 lakhs. Option number D is the answer here. And for the non-metros, or we can say that for the other centers, clear, in the circular they have mentioned other centers. Clear? In place of non-metros, they have mentioned the other centers. Clear? And for the other centers, this limit is to be rupees 25 lakh. Clear? This limit is to be rupees 25 lakh. Clear? So option number C is the answer. Clear? Option number C is the answer here. Clear? So eighth answer is option number D. Ninth answer is option number C. Clear? So let's discuss a little bit. First of all, we will move towards the next two questions, question number 10 and question number 11. Clear? So what is the maximum project cost? Clear? So what is the maximum project cost for housing loan? Clear? What is the maximum project cost for housing loan in metro centers under the priority sector? Clear? In metro centers under the priority sector. And what is the maximum project cost for housing loans in non-metros? Clear? Limit is to be 35 lakh. Clear? What is the maximum project cost in metro centers? Basically, it is to maximum is to be 45 lakh, and in the non-metros, it is rupees. And for the non-metros, it is to be, please respond fast. Many are giving the answers. 30 lakh. Clear? Option number B is the answer. Basically, for the non-metros, it is to be rupees 30 lakh. Clear? Maximum project cost. Clear? Maximum project cost. So now let's discuss as per the circular. So banks loans to the housing sector. Clear? Banks loans to the housing sector as per limits. Clear? Banks loans to the housing sector as per limits prescribed below are eligible for the priority sector classification. Clear? So what is the classification? First one is the loans to individuals up to rupees 35 lakh in metropolitan centers. Basically, metropolitan centers are those with a population of 10 lakh and above. Clear? Basically, population that is 10 lakh and above, and up to rupees 25 lakh. Clear? And up to rupees 25 lakh in other centers. Clear? Basically, for what? For the purchase and construction of a dwelling unit per family. Clear? Basically, for the purchase or construction of a dwelling unit per family. Clear? On the other hand, the overall cost. Clear? The overall cost of the dwelling unit in the metropolitan center and at other centers. Basically, in the metropolitan center, basically does not exceed rupees 45 lakh, and on the other centers, basically does not exceed rupees 30 lakh respectively. Clear? Does not exceed rupees 30 lakh respectively at the other sectors. Clear? So you have to remember both the limits, and very, very important point. Clear? So whether the loans given to the bank's own employees are classified under the priority sector or not. Clear? This question I have already asked many times in the examination. Clear? Either they are classified under the priority sector or not. Clear? Basically, so you have to remember that basically they are not. Clear? Basically, they are not classified. Clear? Basically, they are not classified under the priority sector. Clear? So housing loans to banks' own employees basically will not be eligible for classification under the priority sector. Clear? Will not be eligible basically for the classification under the priority sector. Clear? So this is the answer here. Now move to the next question, question number 12. Very, very easy and important question. What is the full form of Mudra? Mudra stands for, first one is Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Bank. Second one is Micro Units Development and Refinance Authority Bank. Third one is Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Bank. Sorry, medium. Fourth one is Medium Units Development and Refinance Authority Bank. So please tell fast what is the correct answer. So Mudra basically stands for, option number A is the correct answer. Micro Units Development. Clear? Mudra basically stands for Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Bank. Clear? And Refinance Agency Bank. So option number A is the answer here. Clear? Option number A is the answer here. Now move to the 13th question. I think this is 12. So now move to the 13th question. I have written it 12 again. Clear? Not an issue. So how many subcategories? Clear? How many subcategories are classified under the agriculture sector? Please tell fast. How many subcategories are classified under the agriculture sector? Basically, we have already this question basically 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? Basically, there are 3 categories. Clear? Basically, there are 3 categories, subcategories. Clear? Basically, there are 3 subcategories are classified under the agriculture sector. Clear? So basically, which are the 3 categories? So basically the activities covered under the agriculture are classified under the three subcategories. First one is the farm credit, second one is the agricultural infrastructure, and third one is the ancillary activities. Clear? First one is the farm credit, second one is the agricultural infrastructure, third one is the ancillary activities. Clear? Third one is the ancillary activities. Clear? So basically these are the three subcategories under the agriculture sector under the priority sector. Clear? Now move to the next question. Question number 13, very, very important. So priority sector lending guidelines are not applicable to which of the following type of banks? Clear? Basically, we have to find that priority sector guidelines basically are not applicable to which of the following types of banks. Clear? Which of the following types of banks? Clear? First one is the land development bank. Second one is the foreign banks. Third one is the regional rural bank. D option is the cooperative bank. Clear? This is very, very important question. This question I've already asked it in the ABM and retail. Clear? Even this question have already important for the rural banking also. Clear? All are very, very important for the rural banking also. So priority sector lending guidelines are not applicable to which of the following type of bank? First one is the land development bank, second one is the foreign bank, third one is the RRB, and fourth one is the cooperative bank. Clear? So basically it is not applicable on the land development bank. Clear? So option number A is the answer. Clear? It is not applicable on the land development bank. Clear? So now let's discuss. So the provisions of these directions, clear? The provisions of these directions, basically we can say that priority sector lending guidelines shall apply to every commercial bank. Clear? It shall apply to every commercial bank, including regional rural banks, small finance banks, and local area banks. Clear? So basically the provisions of these directions shall apply to every commercial bank, basically including regional rural banks, small finance banks, and the local area banks. It also applicable to the primary urban cooperative banks other than the salaried earners banks licensed to operate in India by the Reserve Bank of India. Clear? License to operate in India by the Reserve Bank of India. Clear? Basically sometimes students are confusing basically with the small finance bank and regional rural banks. Clear? Either the priority sector guidelines are applicable on that or not. Clear? Basically on the regional rural banks, basically they have to allocate 75% of their funds under the priority sector lending. Clear? Basically, and small finance banks have also to allocate the funds under the priority sector lending. Clear? So basically you have to remember both these points. Clear? You have to remember both these points. Both are very, very important for the examination point of view. Now move to the next question, question number 14. So what is the total priority sector target for the RRB in India? So please tell fast, what is the total priority sector target for RRB in India? First one is the 40%, second one is the 50%, third one is the 75%, the option is the 80%. Clear? So basically what is the, this question they have already asked in the retail 2022. The exam held on 12th of February. This question they have already asked. Clear? For the RRB also, for the weaker section also. Clear? Basically which I will discuss in the next slide. Clear? So the correct answer is 75%. Clear? So what is the total priority sector for RRB in India? It is to be 75%. Clear? So now let's discuss. Basically this is a chart mentioned in the RBI circular. Basically you have to go through all these points one by one. Clear? This is very, very important. Clear? So basically first one is the categories. Here is the total priority sector, that is 40% for the commercial banks. Clear? Excluding RRBs and small finance banks, and foreign banks basically with the branches 20 and above. Clear? Clear? Basically we have to exclude both, and basically for foreign banks basically having 20 branches and above, these rules are applicable on that. Clear? Basically 40% of what? 40% of ANBC, basically adjusted net bank credit, or CEOBE. Clear? Basically whichever is higher. Clear? Out of that, under for the agriculture it is to be 18%, and for the small and marginal farmers it is to be 10%. Clear? The limit for that is going to be continually changing, basically which we will discuss in the detail session. Micro enterprises basically 7.5%. Advances to weaker section it is to be 12%. Clear? It is to be 12%. Clear? So our question basically on the regional rural bank, basically they have to allocate 75%. Clear? Basically they have to allocate 75% of the adjusted net bank credit or CEOBE. Clear? Basically whichever is higher. Clear? Whichever is the higher. Clear? So however, lending to medium enterprises, social infrastructure, and renewable energy shall be reckoned for the priority sector achievement only up to 15%. Clear? Basically for these up to 15% is reckoned or basically shown basically for the priority sector. Clear? Rest are not come under the priority sector. Clear? Rest is not comes under the priority sector. Clear? Basically, you have to remember all these values. Clear? Basically, these values, when you watch this video 1 or 2 times, you can easily remember all these points. Clear? And for the foreign banks, basically with the less than 20 branches, these things are not for the agriculture, not applicable. For the micro enterprises, not applicable. For the advances, basically to the weaker section is not applicable. Clear? All these things are basically not applicable in that case. Clear? Now move to the last question of our today's session. Priority sector target is related with A and B C of balance sheet exposure, or third one is A and B C or off balance sheet exposure, basically whichever is higher. Option number D is basically A and B C or off balance sheet exposure, whichever is lower. Clear? So basically priority sector target. Clear? It is related to the both. Clear? It is related to the A and B C also, and it is related to the off balance sheet exposure also. Clear? So the priority sector target is related with the option number C. Clear? A and B C or off balance sheet exposure, basically whichever is higher. Clear? Or off balance sheet exposure, basically whichever is the higher. Clear? So in this session, basically, we have to discuss some of the basic questions regarding the priority sector landings. I think all of you are able to understand all these questions. Basically, I will provide you also the detailed explanation of all these questions. Clear? These are very, very helpful for your examination point of view. Clear? And I request to all of you, please go through the video once again so that you are able to remember all these points. Clear? You are able to remember all these points. Clear? So thanks to all of you for attending this session. And in the next session, basically, we will discuss similar way. Clear? Every week, basically, we will discuss 1 or 2 sessions on the MCQs. Clear? So that basically it help us to revision also, and we can also able to learn new facts. Clear? So thanks to all of you for watching this session.